Lesson 5. Communicate effectively. All human beings communicate with parents, children, spouses, superiors, subordinates, colleagues, nature, animals, God, and even themselves. William Wordsworth, the great poet of nature, communicated with plants. Saint Francis de Sales communicated with animals. An average person spends 70% of his waking time in communicating. Hence, it is important that we develop the skills needed to communicate effectively. Transfer of information from one person to another, bringing about an exchange or an interchange, is communication. Good communication demands an interchange of thoughts or information to bring about better natural understanding, confidence, and good relations. There are 4 important components of good communication. These are the transmitter, message, medium, and the recipient. Transmitter is a sender or the originator of the information or thoughts. Medium is the information sent by the transmitter. Medium is the modus of communicating through words, spoken or written, telephone, fax, telegram, etc. The recipient is the receiver to whom the message is sent. The transmitter has control on the message and the medium. However, he does not have any control on the recipient. Most often, communication becomes ineffective due to this lack of control. Often the recipient is bombarded with information by TV, radio, internet, media, and several other sources. So, there is a tendency in each one to screen out all the unwanted bits of information. People accept what is of importance and interest to them. They not only select, but also organize and interpret whatever they hear. This interpretation depends upon each one's training, education, background, prejudice, and mental makeup. Each one uses filters, and the message is received and understood differently. As presumptions differ, understanding also differs. One way to ensure that communication is effective is to ask the recipient to repeat the message. It is not enough that someone has listened to what we have said. He should understand what we have meant. It is said that the human mind wanders every 3 minutes, so it is necessary to hold the attention of the recipient. This can be done by making the subject interesting and important to the receiver. Communication is a two-way process, speaking and listening. Of these, listening is more important. Communication consists of writing, reading, speaking, and listening. 9% of communication takes place through writing, 16% through reading, 30% through speaking, and 45% through listening. God has created us with 2 ears and 1 mouth. We might presume that He wants us to speak less and to listen more. But this is not the case. We receive training in writing, reading, and speaking. Unfortunately, no training is given to develop the listening skills. This is one of the reasons why our communication is often ineffective. Only 15% of our communication comprises of words. The remaining 85% is done by tone, feelings, gestures, etc. Hence, it is essential that we not only listen to the words, but also watch for them so as to get the full and correct meaning of the message. Listening is the process of using our ears, our eyes, and the brain to seek out the meaning and the feeling behind a person's words. Listening is an active process, while hearing is passive. By listening carefully, we are able to understand better and give due importance and respect to the speaker. Listening is said to be effective when one asks some questions on what is being said, so as to get more information and also to clarify various points. Assumptions and prejudices reduce the effectiveness of communication. One should listen with an open mind without being too rigid. An effective communicator should have his emotions under control. If we are able to improve our listening faculties, we will become better communicators. If we are good communicators, we will be good managers, good administrators, good husbands, good wives, and above all, good and successful men and women.